I think since about this time last year, I kept saying that these were probably going to get smaller, yet somehow they keep getting bigger. It's really weird. I'm embarrassed to admit this right now, guys. I'm actually starting to stack books because I'm too lazy to get rid of those CDs over there and get another shelf. But that's not going to stop me from talking about the books that I picked up in March. Let's do that now. Hey, what's up, bookworms and book collectors? Mike back with another book haul, this time for March of 2021. Yes, the gifts from you wonderful people keep pouring in, and, treating myself once in a while, that's never really going to go away. So lots of new additions to the personal library this month, so much so that, like I said, I'm out of space again. But like I always tell you guys, that's a good problem to have. I'm not complaining at all. But let's do, like usual, let's kick it off by talking about digital books because, yes, they do count. So I did pick up only one author this time, but it was a haul. I have been doing Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb, but I only have the Farseer trilogy on hardcover, and they're doing those nice illustrated editions. So I want to wait and see what's going on with the rest of that series. Are they going to continue to do these illustrated editions? Because if so, I don't want to go out and buy hard copies of this just for them to put out a collector's edition, a couple years later or something. So I decided I was going to buy the rest of the Realm of the Elderlings on digital, and I bought the rest of the Realm of the Elderlings on digital. Went ahead and picked up the Farseer ones too, because why not, right? But obviously, even with my problems with the third book in Farseer, which I've heard is very divisive from amongst the fandom, I'm still very much interested in continuing that series. I plan to pick up a live ship trader sometime in the fall. So it was wanted to say, you know what, I could just get that trilogy, but I'm going to do this whole thing. I think Robin Hobb is a brilliant writer already. So I don't see any reason why I wouldn't continue that. Because after I finish live ship, I'm going to want to find out what's going on with Fitz and the gang in that next trilogy. So I'm in it till the end. I don't know exactly what the rate of that's going to be, but I wanted to have it accessible there because, digital books, that's a little different. You buy one, you just can't stop because they're so much cheaper. They should be. In some cases they are, but very good pricing on some of that stuff. And then I did some physical purchases for myself this month. You guys already know this one if you watch the channel. Stephen King's Later. This is one that I was going to pick up because it's Stephen King. Regardless of what it is, I'm going to get it because that's my guy. But this book was wonderful. I talked about it on the channel. I don't want to keep regurgitating how much I enjoyed that one. And this one is one that I've heard about Feist a lot. And this is Magician, the first book in, I believe it's called Rift War. Is this a Rift War series? I think I might be getting him and Eddings mixed up on which series is which here. What is that one called? Belgariad. That's Belgariad, isn't it? So this is Rift War, yes. I finally found a set of Feist paperbacks, mass markets that match. And it's this set right here. But I only got the first one because they aren't cheap. They aren't cheap, so I kind of just keep an eye on those and see when those are going to pop up. But no idea when I'm going to read this. I just know that it's something that I would like to read eventually, just because it gets recommended so much. Every once in a while I'll open up a thing just be like, hey, what are some series I haven't talked about that you guys would like me to read? Then maybe something like that, and Rift War always comes up a lot. I already got Children of Time, but I went ahead and picked up Children of Ruin by Adrian Tchaikovsky. Is that how you say it? I'm guessing. Adrian T. Let's just call him that. Don't know anything about the series. I just said I know I wanted to get more sci-fi on the channel. These two books come up quite frequently. Good old fake sticker. Gotta love them, right? But I've heard mostly brilliant things about this. And again, it's another one I'm not sure when I'm going to get to. Now, this next one is one that was recommended by someone on my Discord server, Mr. Echo. If you guys watch Lost, you know who Mr. Echo is. But I don't think it's that Mr. Echo. But anyway, I I get so distracted sometimes. He recommended this Ship of Theseus book. And this is kind of like House of Leaves in that it's almost like, I don't want to say it's a gimmick. I don't really know what the word is. But the reason I haven't opened it yet is it has like all kinds of notes and manuscripts and stuff that you can kind of go in. And I knew that if I open it now, I was going to go ahead and cheat and look at all those things. So I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to kind of keep this closed for now. I'm doing House of Leaves in October. But I'm going to do this sometime, I don't know, before then probably. I'm going to do it this year. But like I said, I don't want to open it before then. I've got one other person, Tamara, on the Discord server says she wants to read it when I read it. So I was just kind of saying, hey, if anybody else has got this and wants to do it together, because apparently it's something that is really good if you talk it through with other people. So if any of you guys are interested in that, let me know, because I'll actually make a date for it when we can actually do this. But I'm sorry if it's so shiny, it's reflective. Like I said, I haven't opened it because I know that'll lead down a rabbit hole, and I end up just saying, hey, screw read the next Malazan book. I'm reading this, and I don't want to do that, guys, right? But yeah, that was the extent of my physical purchase this month. Now I want to talk about how you guys continue to be absolutely amazing and sending me stuff. So let's do that now. Now when I say you guys continue to be way too good to me, I really mean it, because I don't expect anything from you guys. And I want you to understand how much I do appreciate this. So I want to make sure I give you guys the recognition that I think that you deserve for being just kind people. And this one is from Jen. I've talked about it before, but this is Assassin's Quest, the last book in that illustrated collection of Farseer. And this is an absolutely amazing gift. Thank you so much, Jen. I think I've reached out to you like 3 times to say thank you for this, because I know I had it pre-ordered, and for whatever reason, it like canceled my pre-order. And I was like, what's going on? And it was like, basically it said, this has already been purchased. And I'm like, I had a pre-order, but I didn't purchase it. And then I found out on release day why. It's because someone else had bought it for me. So thank you, Jen, so much. This is such a lovely gift and a fantastic addition to the library. And your kindness knows no bounds. This one is from Freak Girl, 1985. Awesome name. I haven't read any Anne Rice outside of Vampire Chronicles. And you guys know I'm a big fan of that. So I've heard a lot about her Ramsey's books, the Mummy, but I don't know. I'm excited because I would like to see how she writes something that isn't vampires, because I think those might have, like I said, vampires got that thing where even she kind of fell into the pit of, let's make them super sexy, you know? But the Mummy, that's a classic story, so I'm interested to see how her take on that. So thank you, Freak Girl. This one is from Deanna. Apparently people were very excited about me starting Murderbot, because I've already said I feel like these books are severely overrated. They have a $24 cover price for these tiny little hardcovers. But this is book number 2, Artificial Condition. I read All Systems Red. I'm going to be reading this one in April. And thank you very much, Deanna. And then thank you, Joey, because Joey bought me the next 2. That is my guy, Medic. This is Rogue Protocol and Exit Strategy, and it's going to be May and June. So we're doing kind of one of these per month to kind of fill things out. But again, yes, Tor, you're asking way too much money for these, by the way. And again, thank you guys so much for sending me that. But Joey also sent me another one. I don't know much about this. It's called 1 Second After by William Forskin. Anyway, I'm 12, guys. You just got to deal with this. Had never heard of it before he sent it to me. I looked up some Goodreads reviews, and I was like, that actually sounds pretty good. So I don't know. I've got such a tight schedule right now. I don't know when I'm going to be able to fit anything that isn't really on the schedule there, but I'm always looking for a good standalone when you kind of need to cleanse the palate. So that's one of those that would just be like out of nowhere. I'll be like, hey, yeah, I'm reading that today. So thank you, Joey, so much. I do appreciate that. Moving along here. A lovely friend. This is Megan. She runs Megan's Reading Revelations. I'm sure you guys have heard of that by now. I think she's climbing to 3,000 subs, and she's awesome. Subscribe to her channel. But she sent me all 3 of these books in hardcover. This is the Risen Kingdoms by Curtis Craddock. I had never heard of it. And then I read the Goodreads reviews, and it's like people that I trust on there with some of the reviews were over the moon about this series. I had never even heard of it. So it sounds very cool. You got Sanderson with the blurb on the cover, so that's always going to get people's attention. But you sent me 3 hardcovers. Thank you so much, Megan. This is so nice. I don't know what I did to deserve this kind of kindness. But yeah, life is better with a friend like you in it already. And then you're sending me hardcover, so God bless you. And then this one is from Chris. This is the Rakdos Trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. Again, you guys are sending me hardcovers. You guys, bless you so much. I'm holding it upside down, ain't I? He told me in the letter that him and his kid listen to these on audio while they were just driving to school over the course of a month plus. And yes, they're YA, and I haven't got into Sanderson's non-Cosmere stuff yet, but you know what? I think that's a great idea to share anything like this with your kids. Me and my kids are rolling through Harry Potter right now, And I was like, you know what? That might be before we jump right into another 20-book series, because we're talking about Percy Jackson after we finish Harry Potter. This might be a really great idea. So I think this could be a really good introduction to Sanderson for my son. I think that's a really neat idea. So thank you so much, Chris. That's very kind of you. But there is some more, guys. If you guys are ever like scrolling through Amazon, you'll see like other readers like these books. And so you'll kind of see some that continue to come up, and you start thinking, okay, well, Amazon probably knows by now what type of books I like, so let me check some of these out. And these are by, if I say this name wrong, I'm sorry, it's S.A. Chakraborty. I don't know what this series is called. Kingdom of Copper, City of Brass. Really, really cool, shiny covers, right? But it's a series that keeps coming up all the time, and I put them on my list, and Steph making a return to this list. Thank you so much, Steph. This is one of my pals, one of my patrons from the Discord server, and just an awesome, awesome person. She also got me a couple of bookmarks. It's not hoarding if it's books. And, of course, one I think that is perfectly balanced for me. Drink good coffee, read good books. That should be a life mantra right there. So Steph has also got me the Codex Alera books and other things, and she's just an awesome, awesome person. So thank you, Steph. You are the absolute best. I don't know if this one should count because it came from the publisher, and I actually have pre-ordered it, so it'll probably be on the May book haul too. But this is, of course, Shadow of the Gods that I got from Orbit. Off of the high recommendation of Mr. John Gwynn himself. Thank you so much, John, for making sure that I got a physical copy of this. Almost done with it. And I'm going to be doing that review probably the last week of April, right before the release of this comes out. And then there is one absolutely monstrous last one I want to talk about here. These are all from one viewer, and this is Michelle. And I want to thank her so much because you apparently have an infinite amount of kindness in your heart to send me not just what you did, but as much as you did. And I'm going to talk about why some of them are just absolutely incredible for more reasons than just, those are some pricey things, but because they have like a greater meaning. But let's get to some of all these kind of in order here. A couple that I'm going to be doing in October for spooky season is the Necroscope series. My guy Loco has gotten everybody on the Discord apparently very, very interested in the series. And yes, vampires. I think when I said that I felt like scary vampires, kind of their last hurrah, was with Anne Rice before they all went sparkly and sexy. A lot of people said, well, what about Necroscope? And I had to admit, I've never read it. So I'm going to do that in October, as well as The Only Good Indians, a book I've heard a lot about from the horror community. So I'm trying to get some more modern horror authors on here. Not that Lumley is, but this one's a little modern. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be doing like The Fisherman, The Girl Next Door, things like that. Because, when I talk about horror, it seems like all I end up talking about is Stephen King, So I want to make sure that I'm kind of spreading it around a little bit and get some more modern ones. I kind of tried to do that last year with Amakatsu, and that book just completely didn't do it for me. But so spooky season is going to be different than Fright Fest was last year. But I'm always up to talk more horror, guys. And she also did The Impossible. And Michelle got me a Michael Crichton and a Stephen King book that I don't own already. Now, I didn't get Micro because it was finished by Richard Preston after Michael Crichton's death. And when I get into my great Michael Crichton reread, and we get this here, I'll talk about why I had a problem with some of that. Is because I don't know how legitimate that is. It's starting to be like Tupac, where it's just like, guys, you're really just finding all this stuff. Nowhere like, oh yeah, we found this on like a floppy disk somewhere, and then we had someone else finish it. So I don't know what to expect from Micro, but it will be part of that read-along that we are doing. And then the Stephen King book, of course, is Joyland, the illustrated hardcover, his Hard Case Crime ones. I wanted to get some of these on hardcover, but I've never had an opportunity to, and she beat me to the punch. So I was trying to get a hold of a Colorado Kid, I think, and later, I think you could only get later on hardcover if you did like some special signed edition or something like that I didn't do. Now, these last ones are significant for more reasons than just they are incredible, and they're very heavy. So give me a second here. Oh my God, yes. second book haul in a row. I've done that. This is the illustrated collection of Harry Potter, and they weigh about 40 pounds a piece. So I'm struggling right now. But why these are so incredible, outside of how awesome of a product they are, and like I said, how much Michelle obviously laid down for them. What I think is amazing about it is me and my kid are reading along. Yes, she got me the first 4. That's all that's available so far. Me and my kid are finishing up Goblet of Fire right now, and are just at night, before bedtime, until he falls asleep. I'll read, which is usually like a chapter, if that. So I was like, oh, well, that's a bummer that they're already done. He was so excited about this, he went through and just looked at the artwork for the first 3 that we had already read. And he actually said, well, I think I want to reread these on my own now. That is awesome. So thank you, Michelle. The idea of him reading something that isn't just Dogman books, which Dogman's great, don't get me wrong. But yeah, that feels like a breakthrough. It really does. So I feel like you have helped that breakthrough. So thank you so much. This is the kindest thing I think I have ever received on this channel. This not just the amount, but just, again, just the thought is amazing. I don't know what else to say except thank you. You are a blessing. You've undoubtedly noticed some of the 3D printed stuff on my shelves before, and this is a guy on the Discord named Three Stooges. Well, I know him as Chris, and he sends me some of this 3D stuff from time to time because he's just a very, very nice guy, and he sent me some more stuff this month of that. This is too cool. Yeah, I actually got that one on my shelf and one for my kids' rooms in the hallway there. I think it's a really nice touch, like the platform 9 3/4 leading to their entryway into the hallway down there. Many more. But yeah, just this stuff continues to just be awesome, Chris. You are a wizard at these kinds of things. He also sent a nice We're All Mad Here Alice in Wonderland stand for my wife, who absolutely loved it. So it's super creative and so nice. Thank you so much. This one is from William. Guys, I count coffee mugs and book hauls because, I mean, what do I do the whole time I'm talking to you guys besides sip some coffee, right? So this one's already been kind of making the rounds. This is the first one where my kids were like thinking they wanted to steal it. And I'm like, not so fast, my friends. And then the last one here, I'm going to kind of open it up for you. If any of you guys did the leather-bound edition of Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, you got this. Well, a friend bought that, not me, but he went ahead and gifted me this poster, which maybe you guys have seen. I think I'll probably end up having this framed somewhere. But it is the Bridge 4 one. This is from my man Armin. This is a personal friend who is on the Discord server, but he doesn't talk a lot. I got to get him to start doing that. He has like a real job and stuff. So, I mean, that's what it is. But Armin, this is awesome, my dude. He's the one who got don't want to get like morose on anybody here, but when I had been scheduled to go to the Brandon Sanderson signing, and I was going to take that Shalon artwork I have up there and all my hardcovers. And then my father passed away, and the funeral was during that trip. So Armin actually stood in line with we're talking, this guy had like 15 books and 2 posters and all this stuff, and he got it signed for me. So the fact that he would give this to me is, again, just shows infinite amount of kindness, and that's why he is like probably my only in real life friend who reads anything that I read. He's the guy who got me into Red Rising. He's the guy who got me into Mistborn. So yeah, I owe a lot to him. And his friendship is something that just continues to be awesome. And things like this, just this kind of kindness. Like I said, that's why I have one in real life friend who actually reads, and he's an awesome, awesome guy. My kids even like him. It's awesome. They call him Uncle Armin. And guys, that was my month. What did you guys pick up? Drop in the comments and let me know, and I will talk to you there.